So welcome to another VOD review. This time is Anna gameplay. Again, Arnie for the win. I already did another VOD review for him when he was playing Reinhardt. And this is actually the second part of the same game where they attack. Arnie was... Oops, sorry. It's here. Arnie was asking me that if he should have been playing Mercy, if he should have played Mercy instead of Anna in this game. So let's try to answer that question and to help him out. It's a VOD console, and yeah, they have a pretty standard team comp, and you can already see that Arnie knows how to more or less place himself at the end of his teammates and let his teammates go first. His Reinhardt charge does a really kamikaze charge. He kills two supports but ends up killing himself as well. So now here Arnie is going into the middle of the fight and is exposing himself unnecessarily, and he basically went first. His first mistake is going into the middle of the fight, into the heat, exposing himself, and then he felt he was really out of place with the rest of his team. So his team was there and he was here, and the enemy soldier, very smart, focused on him. So Arnie, try to stay behind your team. You most of the time you do so, except some specific situations like this one. You could have stayed in this area. You have a health pack there, and these areas would be pretty safe for you, at least for sure, a lot more safer than where you were here, open area and away from your team. Another detail. But I think your positioning was pretty good throughout the game. I mean, you had some positional mistakes, but you stayed behind your team and you try not to die, and that's okay. But you did one mistake throughout the entire game several times, which is you didn't use all your cooldowns when you had them available. For instance, you die here with the healing grenade still out of cooldown, so you could have used the healing grenade and maybe you could have survived in order to get the health pack here. So when you're getting focused, when you're getting damage, always think, use your cooldowns, use your healing grenade on yourself, okay? It's very important that the Ana survives. So just gonna skip a bit. Okay, we're back to the point, and here actually your teammates just died and your team recognized that it was useless to push. Very well done, you don't attack. Cool. So you're going in for another push, staying behind, healing your team, very good. Okay, Ryan wasn't critical. So now you have more or less all your team healed up. I would start thinking about throwing an offensive grenade. Okay, you don't have the Ryan there, the enemy Ryan is not there. It's probably recharging his shield. You could have thrown a grenade. Another thing that I like doing is, and this is something you can coordinate with your Reinhardt. We don't have the recordings of your communications, but I know you play as a team and you communicated with your teammates. Something I like to do as well is when my Ryan charges, I prepare a grenade and I prepare to throw the grenade where the charge finishes, because usually you hit your Ryan, you hit maybe the enemy Ryan or some enemy teams if your Ryan charges into the middle of the enemy team. So that's always a good tip, and you could have tried to use that here. When your Ryan charged in against that wall there, you could have thrown your grenade there and you could have healed your Ryan. Maybe you would have survived a bit longer and you would have anti-healed some enemies. Even after, I know this was pre-nerf, pre-Ana grenade nerf, this gameplay, but especially after the nerf, Ana's grenade is really important in offensive plays, because it's the only ability in the game that anti-heals, that prevents enemies from healing. So it's really powerful when used offensively against the enemy team. So you should first always try to well, not always, but you should mainly focus on using it offensively. Also, Anna's grenade, I don't know if you know that, but or maybe the people that are watching us, it's a very good tool against Zenyatta's Transcendence, Zenyatta's ult, because it can cancel the healing. And here I think, let me go back. Maybe you wanted to throw it, but your Zarya was in the way. I don't know, if it was that the case, it would have been a good play because enemy Zenyatta use Transcendence. Yeah, sometimes our teammates get in the way, sometimes it's our fault, but yeah, that sucks. But as I usually say, shit happens. Keep practicing it. Maybe you could have zoomed there a little bit. I had the feeling throughout the entire game that you weren't very confident with your zoomed shots. You were more confident with your non-zoomed shots. And he actually had a pretty good accuracy. Okay, scoped, but it's basically because you hardly used scope shots here, I think. Let's see, this is like third push. Use Graviton. Why? Okay. So here, you went too further ahead in order to throw that grenade. I think that the feeling I had here was that you were maybe not confident enough to throw your grenade, so you had to go get closer in order to throw it, and then you got caught in enemy's Ryan's charge. I mean, just throw your grenade. Even if you're not that confident, you have to practice the like medium range grenades, long range grenades. So just throw them. It would have been nice because you probably wouldn't have got charged by Ryan if you had thrown it more or less like here. Yeah. Don't be afraid of throwing those grenades. Okay, you might miss the first times, but yeah, man, it happens. You gotta practice those. Okay, with the Graviton you got a point, your Diva ulted and killed a lot of people, cool.
Back in my day, we'd have this payload delivered already.
You're staying behind your team, healing them, cool. Ah, you got a Zarya flanking, great. I mean, you wasted a sleeping dart, you gotta be careful with that. Shit happens. But I like that you focus on your front row that was taking damage, and you didn't focus on the Zarya. You didn't got like channeled only on the Zarya. I mean tunnel vision, so you didn't happen that. Zarya really hates you for some reason, huh? Just one thing here. You die with both of your abilities out of cooldown, so it's really a waste. Probably you would have survived if you had a grenade yourself and then maybe try to sleep dart on Zarya. You would have probably survived. So always remember, use your abilities, your healing grenade when you're going down. She had the shield here, but if you had survived with your healing grenade, you could have darted her after. I mean, this is a very stupid play from enemy Zarya because you respawn there, you know, you're very close. So now you can start to push, and they have one player less there. Again, crazy Symmetra flanking attacking. I think at these elos that shit happens, so you should be really pushing the payload now. I think your Reinhardt just wasted his ult. But that was a cool sleep dart against the Symmetra. Start thinking about throwing an offensive grenade. Very good grenade. Very good. It's a pity that your team didn't capitalize on that. I think it kind of feels that you're not putting too much pressure. Very good sleep darts and okay grenade. I think you didn't hit yourself with the grenade. Then the Reinhardt just hammered you down. I mean, let's go a bit back. I think it was too much. So you couldn't sleep dart to Reinhardt because he had the Zarya's bubble, which was, I don't know, if you thought about it, but it's a very good call from you, so you didn't waste your sleep dart there. You had your grenade on 1 second cooldown. Maybe you could have thrown, but your Reinhardt was already dead. Okay. Very good sleep darts. These are kind of sleep darts that are game changing because you sleep dart a ulting soldier. And here was a pity that it didn't hit you. The grenade missed a little bit. I want to say something about your positioning here again, but I will wait for next fights, because I think on the next fight you do the same mistake more or less. Enemy Zarya uses, or is it your Zarya? No, it's your Zarya, of course. Healing your Rein, keeping your Reiner alive is very important, crucial. Where did you use your previous grenade? Let me check. Yeah, you wasted your grenade there. Be careful with that. Again, grenades should be used more offensively or when one of your teammates is critical injured and you really need some serious healing. Now the soldier focuses on you and you missed the sleep dart, not by much. He gets afraid, and I think this is one of the mistakes you make. Like, you're still in the open, I understand, but you have a soldier comes back. You have here on your left side some cover from the walls, and you have a health pack there, so you should really use that more. You were too much here out in the open always. So on different maps, in different situations, you always have some cover and some health packs, and try to focus on those. Try to see for each map where you can be, instead of just being here outside and very exposed. Okay, you're focusing on healing your teammate and you probably didn't see that flame strike.
My ultimate is ready.
I'm not gonna criticize on your team play, on your team play here, so on your teammates and so on. Let me just check something back. Where did you use your grenade here? Whoa, sorry. Here. No, you wasted your grenade again. Should be careful with that. No one was critical and could have probably used the grenade here when you're when your Rein charges. You could have used the grenade and it would have made a huge impact there. No. Using a grenade to kill symmetric turrets is really a huge waste. Don't do that. Your teammates could have used now. It was a pity that sleep dart didn't hit the soldier. But anyway, there's not much you can do already here. Time is finishing. Teammates are dying. Yeah. So be careful not to waste your healing grenade. It's a very powerful ability, one of the most powerful in the game. Maybe even after the nerf. Good grenade. So this is the type of grenades you should be doing, huh? Don't know if you could have saved that Devo also with your grenade, but yeah. So yeah, to be honest, I think you were okay, Anna, or you have the potential to be a good Anna, or very good Anna if you keep practicing it. In my opinion, I don't think it would have mattered if you had changed to Mercy. Here, I think after reviewing both games, your team as a overall was really less skillful and had less team play, and in my opinion also less individual skills than the enemy team. So I don't think it was your fault that you lost this game. And I liked some of your details with Anna. You had a very cool sleep dart on the soldier, on the Symmetra as well. 1 or 2 good offensive healing grenades. And yeah, I think with practice and if you improve these aspects that I just said, your positioning is also good. or okay most of the times, but if you improve those aspects that I said, I think you can be a very good Ana. So in my opinion, if you think, if you, for you, playing Ana is fun, then just keep doing it, because even so, I think right now Ana can still be a better healer and or support character most of the times and most of the situations than Mercy. But yeah, that's it. I hope that you learned something, and if you want to give me some feedback or have some additional questions or anything, just hit me up. Thanks very much for watching.